Hello, hello, and welcome back. We are in Skyhold, still aimed seemingly at the final piece mission, which is to go talk to Morrigan back in the garden. Let's jump into the war table room first, just to see if anyone has something to turn in for us. And then maybe we'll head that way. I don't quite remember how close we're getting to the end. The final piece has a certain finality to it. So I want to make sure we're in a good spot. Perhaps before we go talk to Morrigan, we could swing around to the other characters, see if anyone else has what's the word? I want to call it affection. No, that's not it. Whatever it is that makes your companions trust you and give you missions. That thing. Alright, so Leliana was looking for a present for Bianca. I should have had more faith in my agents. Of course they tracked down Provident, who has sought shelter from the Mage-Templar conflict, with a wealthy Navaran patron. Come on, headset. Let's behave. We provided a brief description of Bianca, and Provident adapted the design for a leaf spring stabilizer to suit one of her stocks. We were also able to secure his original designs for our own use in siege engines. Hooray. Thank you, Leliana. Alright, Cullen was hunting down a caravan. The planned caravan, tipped by Sarah's friends, was abandoned at our blockade. The organizers have disappeared. There is no doubt it was intended for the enemy. Oh, good job, Sarah. House Amladaris. The reaction from House Amladaris was so quick and vehement, it can only mean they've known about this scandal in their family tree for some time. Centuries, perhaps? Their first responses were threats. But after being assured of our serious intent, they quickly changed their tune. Several retainers arrived with a letter for you, Josephine. The retainer's letter. My dear Inquisitor, naturally these accusations of a connection to those old legends are without merit, and even if that weren't the case, it would have little meaning to my family today. We are Tevinter citizens of good standing, uninterested in whatever this Corypheus has to offer, and will support the Inquisition in its efforts to fight this creature however we may. I'm taking a page from Sarah. All right, thank you, Magister Irian. I appreciate that. I appreciate you bending the knee to our trickery. Good man. Alright, we can also bring Samson to Skyhold. I wonder if that's a Cullen mission, perhaps. I guess anyone can do it. Allies. Knock him unconscious. Or just put a sword to his throat and do it the old-fashioned way. Good morning, good morning. So nice to see you guys there in the chat. Hello and welcome. Alright, let's let Cullen do it.
Inquisitor.
The good old-fashioned blade and throat way. Research the Well of Sorrows. Well of Sorrows was constructed in unspeakably ancient times. Let's not say any more about it. Goodbye. It was a fun session. Unspeakably ancient times. We can't even continue. Alright, there may be slivers of information left in elven legends or crumbling papers in far-flung libraries. Send people to research how ancient elves made this strange artifact. So Leliana would say, you recognized the magic used in the well. The universities in Valroyo could look into it for us. They're well-funded. Josephine, wouldn't the oldest human records on magic be found in Tevinter? I can arrange for our scholars to visit Minrothis' archives. That sounds like the way to do it.
Let us begin.
So we still have Leliana available. And what is this? So I think this was Duchess Florian's judgment mission, like her secondary one. I forget who we were hoping to send on it. I think Josephine was the one we were hoping for, so I'm gonna wait on her. Hopefully she'll be back in play. Let's check this one. Also Florian related, apparently. And only Josephine and Liliana are participating. Let's go ahead and send Liliana here. Get that one out of the way. Alright, everyone is on mission now. And we have gotten our rewards. Let's see if there's anyone we need to speak to in Skyhold. And my priority is going to be Iron Bull. Let's head right there. Somebody did get an Amulet of Power. I'm assuming it's probably Sarah. That would be an inventory. It's been a while to remember the controls here. That must be Sarah. But it must not have been for her. Alright. Who do we have? Oh, it's because I'm on coal. Sarah only and Blackwall only. Alright. There's Blackwall. Yummy, yummy. Eat up, my big strong boy. And Sarah. Alright. Give this another quick save. And I'm just gonna run right out to the inn here so I don't get distracted. Let's check in with Blackwall and gang. Or not Blackwall, Iron Bull and gang. Get out of my head, Blackwall. You already had your num-nums. Hey, Graham.
Most of the charges are still at the Temple of Mythal.
Good morning and welcome. Tell me more.
About the Bull's chargers?
Certainly. What can I tell you?
Have you had any other interesting jobs?
Had one noble whose rival had been told by a fortune teller that her death would come on feathered wings. The noble sent us after the rival. Not assassination, legal and everything, but we had to wear feathers. We sewed them into shirts over our armor. Should have seen the chief, all feathered up like the cock of the walk. Ended up retreating after all that. The rival choked to death a year later on a chicken bone.
Oh, that's ironic.
I assume the Chargers observe the standard etiquette.
Absolutely.
Or coincidental at the very least.
To take jobs in any country you can name. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colors. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
We'll talk later.
A fine organization. Thank you for your time, Graham. Hello, my friend. Why are you looking so swarthy? None of my business, really. Continue.
All we have to do is kill his dragon first. That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister out.
Appreciate you saying that.
Good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
Iron Bull might appreciate a little, aggressive eagerness, sure.
I've been waiting for the chance to pay that bastard back.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. How you doing?
Wanted to get drinks. Let me ask him a couple more questions first, and then we'll go that way. Ahoy, hoy, welcome, welcome.
You've got the secret police who investigate problems inside our territory. You've got the re-educators who take people with problems and fix their minds. Or make them disappear. And then you've got the spies.
I am, just loving the bardsmanship back there behind us, but, am trying to speak with one of my compatriots at the moment. If we could maybe isolate the noise somehow, just get behind a pillar here, or...
How do the re-educators work?
I only know the basics. Wasn't my area. That said, keep a man awake long enough. Ask the right questions, give the right potions, and you can get him to say anything. You don't need blood magic or demons to change someone's mind. We're a lot more fragile than we'd like to believe.
This is like a weird sort of brain test. Can you focus on both sound sources at once?
My parents told me stories about what the re-educators did.
Yes, you were lucky your parents got away. The weak minds get bent into the right shape. Strong minds like yours, they'd have given you a poison called Kamek. You'd have been a polite, happy laborer for the rest of your life. And you'd have had a handler to help you eat and make sure you didn't crap your pants.
Well, that's kind of them, at least. I don't know what they mean by that. None sound like you. I must have blown right past the related audio cue.
None of those sound exactly like you.
Yeah, I was a special case. They sent
Good.
me to
That's what
Sahara
I was hoping
because
it
they
meant.
needed someone who could fight and hunt down problems. That whole island was a sack of cats. Incursions from Tevinter, Tal Vashath, and native rebels fighting both sides. And in the middle, me, trying to wrangle the rebels and restore order.
Yes, indeed. It is coffee time. I'm officially giving the go-ahead. Pending, your personal physician's orders. Call the house doctor in, ask him if it's all right, and then get yourself some beans. Do.
You seem like the type who enjoys a good fight.
There's a good fight, and there's finding out who put rat poison in the bread and killed a bunch of children. I hunted down a lot of rebels. Lost a lot of friends to the
Oh, that
fence,
makes it a
the
little
Fog
less fun.
Warriors or the Tal Vashath. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job. Turned myself into the re-educators.
Not many people would have the courage to do that.
I thought about letting some rebel kill me, but I couldn't give any of those bastards the satisfaction. The Ben Hasrath ordered me to go to Orlais, ostensibly as a Tal Vashath, and work undercover. That's how I ended up here.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm glad that you ended up here, Iron Bull. I truly am, but let's not go down that path just now. I don't think Iron Bull would care for my pity. I do offer it, and my sympathies, my compassion, not my pity. I was just gonna say, wow. I'm gonna give him the old Owen Wilson response. Oh, wow.
That's,
It's more of a
damn.
weird Minnesota soccer mom, but we'll get back to it.
Anyway.
Sorry, Owen.
Nice talking with you. Pleasure as always, boss.
Can you tell me more
All
about
right.
Sahara?
One more question, then we'll
Damn
get
ugly
drinks.
place. Only getting uglier when I left.
I need to
Between
squeeze
the
him for
Fog
information
Warriors and Tal Vashath, my
while he's
people,
so
and the
comfortably
Phoenix.
relaxed.
You were lucky to go a day without blood. What do you want to know?
What are things like for the natives of Saharan?
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talk to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Sahara.
Oh, so just a laugh a minute then. Good times all around? Did I understand that
See
correctly?
you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Let's try to jump into this
How
here.
are you?
Wanted to
You
get
said
drinks?
We should go get some drinks and meet your company?
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun.
This, I believe, is a very, very important companion side quest that I don't know how I missed.
Good. We're not drinking
Very
alone.
glad to catch it now.
How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship, I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Do you prefer Creme or Cremisius?
Krem's faster. The chief's nicknames usually end up sticking.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers.
Well,
all
creme
give
de la
each
creme
other
it is.
names under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, Chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, Krem.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding.
And it's very
Really
effective.
chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
And the rest of your
Who are
crew.
the others?
A lot of the Chargers went looking off for stronger drinks. Let's see, who's left? We've got Rocky and Skinner there. And over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes.
Which one is Dalish?
But they're
I wonder.
mine.
I am impressed. How'd you get here, Skinner? You're a healer, Stitches? These are all fantastic.
So, how'd you join the Chargers? Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
I
Bull
can
took
certainly
me
see
in.
why.
Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her.
High five?
She's not marking her territory
No,
or
maybe later.
anything.
Okay. All right. How about Stitches?
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
Where was the poultice supposed to be rubbed before Iron Bull drank it? If I may ask, if I can pry here.
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or chieftain, something like that.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A
It's just
bow
for
with a giant
walking.
glowing crystal
Come
at
on.
the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers.
Oh.
He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Qunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
It's fantastic. It was mostly one of those, noble political things. But yes, there was also an explosion. I blew up half the shaper. It's fine.
You've got a good company, Bull.
We do all right.
Man can beat the Chargers, cause we'll hit you where it hurts.
Oh,
Unless you
someone
know
give me a drink.
with loose cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield, we'll gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
Absolute pleasure. Though I seem to have somehow skipped over that whole line of questioning with Krem that I was looking forward to jumping into. I'm sorry, Krem.
Inquisitor?
I wanted to talk
Tell me
about
more
you,
about
if
yourself.
That's all right.
You know, I'm from Tevinter. Wasn't a slave, but even citizens have it rough if they're not mages. I was a soldier, but women joined the ranks under a different program. When they found out I was passing, it got ugly. I ran, met Bull near the border, and ended up here. Not a life I'd wish on everyone, but it'll do.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I'm glad you're here.
What's Tevinter like for a citizen? Someone who isn't a slave or a mage?
I'm of the Separati, citizens who aren't mages. Mages are in charge and everyone knows it. But a wealthy merchant can have an easy life. At the low end, people just try to stay out of slavery. My father was a tailor. I joined the army after the Imperial slaves drove him under.
You said you left Tevinter when they discovered your secret.
Women are allowed to serve, but only in certain ranks and disciplines. I was up for promotion, but the healer I'd bribed to sign off on my physical had to tend to a sick magister. When the replacement healer saw what was or wasn't in my pants, he made threats. It was slavery or death, so I knocked him out and ran.
I'm surprised you escaped from the Da Vinci
She already
Imperium
answered
so
this.
easily.
Knocked him out and ran,
Like
but
I lived in Minrathas.
we'll pry.
I was in Trevis, not far from the Navaran border. It helped that I was being chased as a deserter, not a runaway slave. Slave hunters only get paid for what they catch. They're efficient bastards.
She's already answered this question as well, that women are not allowed to serve in the army is why, but maybe she has additional personal reasons.
It's against the law.
I hope we
to
can ask
pass as
that
a
too.
man?
It's a crime to lie on an imperial application for service. Would have been a heavy fine or slavery. For 10 silvers, the healer said he'd tell the Tribune I was sick in the head. Some pity for the mad little girl. That was when I hit him. I'd served for a few years. I was good at hitting.
Okay, if I may pry.
Why did you decide to live as a man?
I didn't decide anything. I've been like this my whole life. My parents wanted me to marry up. They tried to find me a nice merchant's son. Every day, put on a dress, look into my father's shaving mirror, and just hate myself.
I don't really care, unless it helps you get something off your chest. I don't care what your family thinks. I'm just glad you're here.
If you had the chance to use magic, would you change all the way?
What? No. I don't want any magic like that within 10 yards of my body. When I was younger, I don't know. Everyone has silly dreams. In Tevinter, dreams like that get you killed. Bull helped me make a good life. Nice armor and a well-placed sock, and I'm happy.
How did your family react when you started?
My mother wanted to throw me out. She said if I didn't marry well, I was dooming the family to slavery. She was happy to take the money I set as a soldier, though. Not that it mattered in the end. My father. When I was little, he'd angle his mirror down so I could pretend to shave, just like him. He never said anything, but I think he knew.
Very, very glad
We'll
we got
talk
to
later.
catch up on that. I think we could have seen that in the earlier cutscene, but I skipped over it, so I'm so glad we got back to it. And yes, my apologies. I keep accidentally sheeing. I'm very sorry. That is not my intention. Graham, thank you for your time, and thank you for the explanation. Alright, so I think we can go back to Iron Bull now. I think we needed to get that cutscene out of the way, and then he might have a personal mission, so let's go right back in. I'm so glad we got to catch up on his chargers as well, but I think he might have something else.
I'd like to hear more about the Chargers.
We'll try to coax it out of him.
Guys, what do you want to know?
Alright.
How did you start the group?
It's easy to make a name for yourself as a merc when you're a head taller than most folks. I spent a year or two working for Fisher's Bleeders, but their captain was crap. Figured I could do better. The best folks in the Bleeders agreed with me, so we split off.
I imagine Fisher disagreed.
He came at me. I snapped his sword in half, and we talked things out over drinks.
What are the craziest jobs you've ever taken?
Besides this one, there's a lot of violence between the nobles here, but that's standard work. The fun stuff is when they party. They always want to impress each other, and that means getting something shiny. We've hunted wyverns, fought through caves to find some old magical crap. Even went giant baiting once.
What's giant baiting?
So this old guy, Comte Van Chess, has some kind of a pageant planned. But he needs a giant, which is off in some damn cave. He's got some kind of rare charm to control the giant, but no way he's going into that cave himself. So we go in, kill some spiders, find the giant, and wake it up. It attacks us because, of course, it does. And we let the big bastard chase us outside where Van Chess is waiting.
That was actually your plan? To let a giant chase you?
Yeah, We had to stay out of reach, but close enough that it wouldn't give up. It was tricky. Good news is the giants are slow. Long as my guys ahead could clear out the spiders, we were fine. Bad news is the giant spiderwebs slow you down a bit more than you think.
But at least Comte Van Chess got his giant for the pageant.
Turned out that charm was a phony. Giant ate the poor guy alive. It's okay, though. We still got paid.
Oh, it's okay, because we still got paid. Okay. Alright. I just now noticed I've been excluding the third member of our conversation here in my camera angles. Do pardon me, sir, madam.
You have people from plenty of different backgrounds in your group.
Yes, well, when you're in Orlais and you look like me, you can't be picky about who you take in. A lot of them got turned away from other companies that didn't want a knife here, or a crazy dwarf. Their loss. You get
Their
my back
loss.
in a fight
Yeah.
and carry your own weight.
Let you handle it.
With me. How about you? You had a company of your own. How did you put yours together?
Are we talking about prior to the Inquisition? And I'm just supposed to make it up, I guess?
Like you, more or less. I took anyone who could take care of themselves and follow orders.
Great minds.
I'd like to know more about Krem.
He's a good soldier, and a better second in command. The troops need someone to complain to when I'm being a hard-ass. He's good for that.
Why? Why would it possibly
You
be?
don't have a problem with him being from Tevinter?
Nah,
But you hate the Vints.
sure, but he's not a Vint. He's just Krem. I can get worked up about a group or a nation just fine, but people... It's too much work to hate them one by one.
See you
I
later,
absolutely agree.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Alright.
Hey, boss. How are
Still
you?
hoping we might be able to coax something else out, but we're running out of options here.
See you later.
And I wonder if it's just an issue of, like, approval? If I might just not have Iron Bull where I need him to be because we just did that whole Temple of Mythal thing, which he so strongly disagreed with. So I don't know if I need to, like, take him out on another mission or something in order to perhaps win his approval back. Let's go speak to a couple of other people. See if there are any
Victory in the
cutscenes in the
Arbor
offing.
The archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
We'll deal with whatever he throws at us.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. He is powerful, and you have yet to fight him one-on-one. But he will come.
Because he keeps
You
running
will get
away.
your chance.
It wouldn't be any fun if all this was over so soon.
Corypheus believes himself a god. Pride alone demands he not slink off into the shadows. I have faith you will be victorious even so. Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, a valued friend, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
I don't really have any firm commitments to future plans at the moment, but Cassandra would hate that. She would just hate that about me.
Oh, I have plans of my own.
As you should. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. You have come far, my friend. It has been an honor.
All right. That was a nice, nice catch-up with Cassandra. Not sure of, what's the word? The point? But, seems like we could have had that same conversation next to the fireplace back in the main hall is all. But it gives me a
The wall
chance to
before me
swing
is
into
shadow,
Cullen.
Yet shall the Maker be my guide.
Oops.
I shall not
Bumped
be left
into you,
to
buddy.
wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you?
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
This is just a statement. It's not a question. I declare you haven't lost your faith.
I'm glad you haven't lost your faith.
I've questioned it at times, but I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
Are we prepared?
We will be. I should return to my duties. There's more to be done.
Definitely seems to be sloping towards the end game here. Everyone's getting themselves in position. So I probably don't want to talk to Morrigan just yet. She is right here. But that will probably initiate the final piece. I'm sure it wouldn't actually do anything until we, like, activate a war table mission, so it's probably not a risk, but I'm going to avoid it regardless. Swing by Varric.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this.
Jump for joy every time I see Varric.
To an elven rune, so a witch could consume a pool of magical goo and then walk through a mirror. And wound up back here. Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy? I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Yeah, none of these none of these options are normal. Let's try a personal question.
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagance.
Thank you very much for the subscription. That's so kind of you. Welcome aboard.
No problem.
For an 8th month? Goodness me.
If you've got questions, I'm your dwarf.
Alright. I don't, really care about the outcome of this question either way, but if it helps me to know Varric better, come closer.
Tell me the truth, Varric. Do you actually think I was sent by Andraste?
Shit. This is going to be awkward. I guess I do. Either you're guided by the hand of some higher power, or you have the worst luck.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
Why are those my only options?
Look at all the shit that's happened to you. You were saved from the explosion that leveled a mountaintop and fell out of the Fade. You traveled through time, faced down one of the ancient magisters who started the Blights, had a mountain fall on you, and lived.
Well, when you say it that way...
Saved the Orlesian Empire. Stopped an army of demons. Whatever in the Maker's name happened in the Temple of Elfie shit. One of those things would be impossible. All of them together? That's a miracle.
Yeah.
So, on the basis of my extraordinarily bad luck, you think I'm Andraste's herald?
If you know the story of Andraste, you know that bad luck is sort of her thing. Something you wanted to talk about?
I think we're probably fine with Varric. Thank you for your time, and for being the person that you are. Let's swing into Josephine's office.
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
Oh. What sort of fancy name are they going to give me in this legend? I mean, I suppose just the Herald of Andraste, probably, but can I get something cooler, like something about my lightning fingers? Can they call me the Empress? Or something? See what you can do, politically.
I couldn't have come this far without the Inquisition at my back.
And there is the modesty people respect. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
It's very sweet of you, Josephine. Thank you. You're a good friend.
Been there for us, Josephine. And
It's a bit of a pat, but I wholeheartedly mean it.
Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
But then he'll see me. What is this curse you've placed upon me? Now, he's gonna see me coming because I have to walk in the light because you've said that. You know how words work in these fantasy lands. Thank you, too. I'm seeing the gifted subscription go out there. Thank you very much for your generosity. And I should just find a crown and call myself the Empress. Empress Lightning Fingers. No, I'll rule with a certain moral, upright dignity. Don't worry. But I will be zapping the folks that I disagree with. Them's the rules. Alright, we got a sentinel plate and some influence. I must take over our investigation into the Well of Sorrows. Dozens of antiquarians and historians are begging us for the results. There have been several attempts to steal our research. While we have nothing conclusive, the research has proven useful in negotiations with interested scholars, and we should guard it accordingly. So not utility useful, but politically useful information. Okay. Bring Samson to Skyhold for judgment. Good. We've secured Samson in the holding pens, your worship. He has not said much. We'll bring out the villain for judgment at your pleasure. Okay, so we were saving this for Josephine, right? Yeah.
Inquisitor.
It is a risk, but let's let Josephine take care of it. That'll be great. And now we have Cullen available if needed. They would all be able to do it. However, I believe this is the one we're saving because they have, like, hostages, and if we just send Cullen in, they might kill the hostages. And so we were hoping someone else might be able to do it a little sneakily. We'll see what happens. I think this was the one he was saying, like, we already used the wardens once, and then if we send the wardens in again, they might all die, was the idea, so I need to be a little more careful with that, though I can't remember if it was even that quest line. Let's see what my other options are. When Josephine and Leliana are available. Quick check over here. Oh, I could probably send someone out on this since it's such a tertiary concern. However, 16, almost 17 hours, goodness.
All right.
Let's do this. Colin will be tied up for a while, but that'll be okay. Okay. So sorry, another quick detour to the war table there. So I guess we can judge Samson now. There seems to be a throne icon. Swing in there. Am I all permed? Am I ready?
Give me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect. Knight Templar Samson, General to Corypheus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured. His head is too valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them.
Judging him will affect as many as his crimes.
Let's treat this
I won't take it lightly.
strictly.
The Red Lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does. Corypheus only delayed my corruption.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was after the Chantry burned away their minds? Piss on it. I followed him so Templars could at least die at their best. Same lie as the Chantry. The profit just isn't as pretty.
This is an interesting option. Sure, let's twist the
I
knife.
found your people. They believed in you. Believed your cause was righteous.
Not your business, Inquisitor.
Your friend Maddox was so loyal, he killed himself. For you.
They were always going to die. I saw what Corypheus was doing. So yes, I fed them hope instead of despair. I made them believe their pain had purpose. Just like the Chantry does. Right, Commander? It ended as well as anything else I've done. Corypheus would kill me on sight. I'll tell your people what they want. Everything I cared about is destroyed.
Could I ask you just a personal favor for me? Just close your eyelids for 20 to 30 seconds. Just give those puppies a rest, man. It's really, really hard not to stare. Okay. Dagna will study. Shove him in a hole. That's an interesting option. Exile him to the wilderness, where he'll live as a loincloth man. Okay. Let Kirkwall have him, so I'll just let the humans deal with it. Or Cullen will saucily question you, perhaps with hot wax. Cullen, do you have any personal leanings here? No? My personal first instinct is to send him to Dagna. Dagna could learn all sorts of stuff from his very red eyes. Let's try this.
Samson, you can still be of use to good people. What you know is less important than what you are. My Arcanist will study your resistance to Red Lyrium.
Do as you will, Inquisitor. Your kind always does.
I guess that does just sort of continue the cycle of abuse that has led Samson down this rather unfortunate path, but here we are. I'm sorry. Okay, judgment out of the way. I'm gonna give one more wild stab in the dark towards Iron Bull here. I don't think his approval has changed in the slightest. But now that we've spoken to a couple of other people, I'll just check him again. And if not, we'll go up to the second level and see if Cole has anything to say. Or Sarah and Cole.
That elven redhead who makes the buns in the kitchen. Is she available? Because I'm getting signals.
Available meaning, is she going to make a new batch of buns for you? Is that where this line of questioning is?
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you.
You hopeless flirt. Go get her. If she's interested. Ask first.
There's a change in her.
You know the rules. You're Iron Bull. It's fine. I trust you. Sarah?
Oh,
knock,
hi,
knock.
you. Strange days, right? Weird elves and Morrigan going wading. Better her than you. Glad to be back where things make sense after the demon-worshipping lies of Mythal. When do we go after What's-His-Lumps?
Why are you dismissing what happened in Mythal?
Of course. None of it holds up. I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Well, yeah, when you look at it like that, it does make a lot of sense.
There's so much history there. What if some of it
disapproves.
is true?
No, now you're stupid.
Walking in
You
a
can't think
minefield
that.
over
It's
here.
stupid.
But everything we saw.
Why believe it? Because Abelas looked weird? If that's all it takes, Coryphe's shitheel is full of lumpy truth. You're not even an elf. Why are you being so damned elfy? You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
It's not as if it matters what I believe. I've already denied being the
Disapproves
herald.
again.
Not for me
Oh.
to say, yeah. Just saying.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm failing
so long
you.
as we kill Carifi fish. Whatever.
It did not seem to go well. I'm sorry. I still care about you, Sarah.
Get serious about mage stuff.
I hope that we can work this out.
Things. How about not so much? Just asking for not so much magic. Great, yeah?
That's fair.
Do you have any worries about how my magic is developing?
Really? You have to ask what's so bad about the magic stuff. Rift, whatever. You know, like a tearing up the world.
Rift mage, so I can
I'm sure
understand.
she doesn't like my specialization choice. That's
I
interesting.
don't understand that stuff. It's scary to anyone smart enough to think for a second. You shouldn't be scary. You're the Inquisitor.
Now I have no idea what what like emotion she's looking for. I was trying to be a little bit playful, but apparently I was just being aggressive for some reason. And I'm sorry. That's dreadful.
What has you so scared?
You really don't know. Most people are scared. I mean, there's lots of mages here, but most never see one. Never. You're weird, and I know you, so you're not scary. But lots of people don't know you. I don't want you to be just a scary mage.
Oh, that's very nice. So if I try to be dismissive here, I purely want to be, dismissive and calming without actually discounting her concerns. That is not what I mean. So to make a joke about it seems like I'd be like, oh, why are you worried? I'll take care of my own magic. And it's like, no, I genuinely appreciate that you're bringing this up. But I don't want to get all high and mighty, like, oh, but it's a burden I must bear. Like, that doesn't help her any either. And this is just being rude to our enemies, so I don't know.
This is what I am. I have to embrace
Slightly
it.
disapproves.
Too much depends on me.
Right, now you've got to make me feel bad for being frightened. Fine, whatever.
Which is exactly what I didn't want to do. So sorry, Sarah. It's these, these physical bodies that we have to communicate
I'll be back if I
with,
need
the lips and whatnot. I'm sorry. One more try here, just to see if she has any other cutscenes. She has a ton of questions I can ask her.
Tell me about
I don't
yourself.
want to run the risk at all of saying that you don't fit the Inquisition option.
We'll talk later.
I also don't want to bring up painful memories, necessarily.
There's you, yeah?
Just looking for anything that seems like an important, special dialogue option.
So, you like to have fun. The Inquisition seems an odd fit. Why are you really here?
What do you mean? To help people.
It's starting to sound like you're looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk and I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head and it makes sense, right? But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
Is your network of contacts still active after what happened?
Yeah, what about it?
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and answer that question for myself.
It's all good, isn't it?
Alright, I think she's okay. Let's jump up to the 3rd floor here. I got a little bit of approval back, a slight approval at the end there. That's not going to help me much, but good. Ending on a high note.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
It's hard for any of us to make sense of. Corypheus is using ancient magic.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not, could I have saved the real Cole?
That's a rough question. Because his whole existence and identity is wrapped into the idea that he sort of saved a man by possessing his body, that he would have died otherwise, and that he's sort of carrying on that man's legacy. But if there is a way to bring people back from the dead, as Corypheus seems to have proved, he has done a bad thing, but it's such a difficult situation.
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
His hands were bruised from beating on the wall. It was dark, like the cabinet where he hid to escape his father. His belly hurt like knives, throat cracked dry. He was alone. I pushed through and held his hand. It was all I could do. He said, "Thank you." Thank you.
Oh, anytime, my friend. Poor Cole. Let's jump back in here.
You're different. It shines on you, shimmering, sharp. You made magic from the rifts.
Must be that, like, everyone has a reaction to my specialization there, but I haven't gone around again talking to everyone since we finally got that rift mage thing in. I do hope it pleases you.
Yes. It's different, but familiar. It reminds me of me. Did you need me?
Oh, that's the greatest compliment I've ever received. Thank you, Cole.
How would you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
Going on a date with Cole. Having a great human time. Just being normal human folks, but kind of Qunari also. We really gotta load that Cole date. It's gonna be visually stunning. It's probably gonna be something very dark and traumatic. I shouldn't be leaning into it with this comedic edge.
I don't.
Yes, do bring the fine cheese. I mean, no, he doesn't.
Well then, just a bottle
Thank
of
you.
a fine Gislaine White to start. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
Yes. Thank you, I will.
They all see me.
Yeah, it's because you exist, man.
I'm glad you've allowed them to.
I don't know if I did. I find people when their pain leaves them open. I ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
Cole?
I told you about Reese, the mage who could see me, my friend. My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Cole, if this is troubling, we don't have to talk about it.
Gentle. You watch me walk into darkness over and over, and you always worry. Thank you. But this isn't about them. It's about... When I found out I wasn't human, when I grew, I lost Reese. I lost my only friend. That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
You're laughing at yourself?
Yes. This world taught me that changing means losing your friends. But now I know that doesn't have to be true. I have enough self to know that what I felt was foolish. Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, Cole. Yes, it is.
It's another good step, Cole.
I might like being human. What do you think I'll learn next?
Well, I've got a couple of suggestions. Have you ever tried itching your ear with a pinky finger? Oh, go ahead, give it a go. Right? Right? Yeah. That is such a lovely little interaction. As are all interactions with Cole. This time it's not loading, I'm just finishing my sampling of fine cheeses back at the table. I need a little privacy, pardon me. Okay, I'm full.
He meant
Thanks
to
for the
watch
date.
forever. He called himself Sorrow.
Let's try this. I don't think
May I ask how
it'll
things
lead
are
to anything,
now that
but...
you're more human?
It hurts. Everything hurts. Everyone remembers me now. I can only make them miss me for a few heartbeats. But I'm real. More real, anyway. And I understand more than I did.
I'll talk to you later.
Alright.
If you like.
Seems like he's in pretty good shape. Let's try Iron Bull one more time on the way out.
I can't understand how those women in the kitchen can be awake so early after the night we had.
You knew!
See you later.
You knew that she had to make all the buns, and you still kept her up late with your charming conversation, didn't you, Iron Bull? Now nobody gets buns. I hope you're happy. I'll fill in and make the buns. That's fine. So who is, exclaiming here? Are we finally caught up? Yes. Good, good, good.
I'm working my ass
This is
off
what I'm
trying to
hoping
get you
for.
to see that move.
You still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my
Did
contacts
I
in the
interrupt
Palace.
something?
Already verified it with Red.
Alright.
What
Oh,
did the
yeah.
letter say?
The Benhasrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori. And they really don't like Red Lyrium. They're ready to work with us. With you, boss. The Qunari and the Inquisition joining forces.
Okay. So it's like a quick recap. Iron Bull is working for the Qunari government, the Ben Hasrath, for lack of a better term, and then he also has his own chargers. That's his own project besides. So now he's basically saying that his upper bosses, the Qunari government itself, wants to work with us. But that doesn't necessarily change our relationship. I just want to make sure by being interested in working with them, I'm not putting myself at odds with him necessarily, because he's sort of a puppet to the Ben Hasrath and doesn't really enjoy that. So if I go making buddies with them, I also don't want to insult him, though, by saying, like, no, I don't trust your bosses. I don't mean I don't trust him. So I'm interested.
That could be a powerful alliance.
My people have never made a full-blown alliance with a foreign power before. This would be a big step.
Good.
They found a massive red lyrium shipping operation out on...
Overthinking it.
They wanted us to hit it together. Talked about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big warships in action.
Did you see that? Go get some water. They're worried about tipping the smugglers, so no army. My chargers, you, maybe some backup.
All right. And how are you feeling about this?
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's, I'm used to them being...
The whole puppetry thing?
There.
Yeah.
It's been a
No, I get it.
I thought Qunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah. Just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change, and a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
So yeah, it's sort of that same feeling I was trying to describe earlier. There's nothing necessarily wrong with doing this, but it's weird. It's a little complicated.
I think the Inquisition could use.
So we're going to keep a very open eye here as we go forward.
Red. We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. Just let me grab my good boots. Cassandra, get out of my good boots. I need them back. Sorry. Okay, what did that just say there? I just missed it. Here we go. Head for the Storm Coast. Let's do that. Alright, I'm saving it again here. And I'm going to save it in a secondary slot, like a new saved game. Just in case. I want to be super careful. And then let's head for the Storm Coast. With Iron Bull. And we'll be headed there, seemingly. Alright. Is there any better camp for that? We'll figure it out. Alright, and we need Iron Bull. Let's go Cole, and let's go Dorian. I think I did something very similar to this path the first time I played it years and years ago, where I don't know if I ever got this mission. I didn't, like, speak to Iron Bull enough times before I got to the hideous later choice where you have to, like... you know the one. The hideous later choice. And then there was nothing I could do, and Iron Bull did not stay with us. And I lost Iron Bull, so I'm very much hoping that through the careful use of this mission, I will not allow that to happen in this reality. Reality number 2, let's call it. There I am, revealing, pulling back the curtain on my past life's shames. I'm so sorry that you had to see this.
All right. Our Qunari contact should be here to meet us.
He is? Good to see you again, Hisrad.
Gat! Last I heard, you were still in Saharan.
They finally decided I'd calmed down enough to go back into the world.
Boss, this is Gat. We work together in Saharan.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor. Hisrad's report...
Loving our color coordination here. We got 2 purples and 2 reds. Just, you guys. Don't really need to pry into his public business. His private business? I don't need to pub into his private business. Pleased to meet you. Am I?
I look forward
Sure.
to working together.
Hopefully this will help both our people.
So
Tevinter
conflicted.
is dangerous enough without the influence of this Venatori cult.
Yes. Filthy, decadent brutes, the lot of them. I'm certain life would be much better for all of us under the Qun.
It was for me, after the Qunari rescued me from slavery in Tevinter.
Dorian gives this an interesting
Qun
edge.
isn't perfect, but it gave me a better life.
Yes. One free from all that pointless free will and independent thought. Such an improvement.
You are right, Dorian, but I'm trying to avoid a political situation here. Let's just...
Arguing about the war between your 2 nations isn't going to help anyone right now.
I'm not here to convert anyone. All I care about is stopping this red lyrium from reaching Minrathos.
With this stuff, the Vince could make their slaves into an army of magical freaks. We could lose Saharan and see a giant Tevinter army come marching back down here.
The Ben Hasrath agree. That's why we're here. Our dreadnought is safely out of view and out of range of any Venatori mages on shore. We'll need to eliminate the Venatori, then signal the dreadnought so it can come in and take out the smuggler ship.
Bull?
What do you think, Bull?
Don't know. I've never liked covering a dreadnought run. Too many ways for crap to go wrong. If our scouts underestimate enemy numbers, we're dead. If we can't lock down the Venatori mages, the ship is dead. It's risky.
Riskier than letting red lyrium into Minrathos?
Okay. I think
Let's go
we can
hold up
go
our
ahead
end of this
and make a
bargain.
choice here.
My agent suggested 2 possible locations the Venatori may be camped to guard the shore. There, and there. We'll need to split up and hit both at once.
I'll come with you, boss. Krem can lead the charges. Let me fill him in. Come by when you're ready to move.
You mean you're gonna exchange some information, or what? Yeah, I'm sure that's what he means, yeah.
Just waiting on you and Hisrad, or Iron Bull, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, we'll be back.
waiting here.
We'll let you know. I don't think there's anything I really need to look around for here. Speak with Bull to begin the assault. But it's weird that they're giving me the option, is all. So I'm going to save it again here. Let's go over the old one. Yes. Alright. So, a couple of points. I guess I should have done that before I saved it. Oh well. Yes. That's the one. Okay. Just the 2 of us? Fair enough. Maybe Iron Bull, isn't with us at the moment.
Send up your signal. That'll let the dreadnought know it's safe to come in.
Understood, Chief.
Remember, you're gonna want a volley to start, but don't get suckered into fighting at range. They've got mages.
It's all right. We've got a mage of our own.
I'm not a mage.
Getting close to take their enchanted
It's a
town
bow!
before he takes over the battlefield.
I promise you.
Dead before he knows it.
Just pay attention, all right? The Vince want this red lyrium shipment bad.
Just gonna
Yes,
snuggle
I
in a
know.
little closer here.
Thanks, Mother.
Excuse me.
Qunari
There
don't
we go.
have mothers, remember?
We'll be fine, Chief.
All right, Chargers. Horns up!
Horns up!
Ready whenever you are, boss.
I'm ready to head out, Bull.
Right. Chargers, hit 'em hard and hit 'em fast. When this is over, drinks are on me.
You got it, Chief. Charges, double time. Let's move!
Good luck. Alright, clear out the Venatori. I guess we're going
You gave your
this way.
charges the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times.
Alright, where are you, Venatori? I don't think that hit anyone. But that certainly did.
Iron Bull's reports say you're a demon.
I'm trying not to be. Sometimes it's hard. I want to kill a lot of people, but I don't.
It's because the Inquisitors bound you.
Because it's not right.
Bull, how can you work with a demon?
He's all right.
He certainly is. Alright, going this way, seemingly.
We're close.
Alrighty. And signal the dreadnought. Signal the dread helmet, if need be. Alright. Signal dreadnought. So worried at every twist and turn of this mission.
Right. Signaling the dreadnought.
Chargers already sent theirs up. See 'em down there?
I knew you gave them the easier job.
There's the dreadnought.
Hello, dreadnought.
That brings back memories. Nice one. Crap.
Are they heading for the Chargers? Is that why this is crap?
There are quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Your men need to hold that position, Bull.
Should we jump down there? You and me,
They're
Bull?
dead.
And if they don't, the Venatori retake it and the dreadnought is dead. You'd be throwing away an alliance between the Inquisition and the Qunari. You'd be declaring yourself Talvashoth. With all you've given
I'm
the
already
Inquisition half the
Talvashoth,
Venator,
so
you've betrayed us already. I stood up for you, Hisrad. I told them you would never become Talvashoth.
They're my men.
I know, but you need to do what's right, Hisrad, for this alliance and for the Qun.
Call the retreat.
Don't!
They're falling back.
All these years, Hisrad, and you throw away all that you are. For what? For this? For them?
yeah, for us. I'm sorry. Am I? Should I be? Ah, it's gonna be
His
fine.
name is Iron Bull.
I suppose it is.
Sorry
No
about your
way
pretty
they'll be
boat.
out of range. Won't be long now.
Bull, when the dreadnought sinks...
Sinks?
And maybe
Qunari
the loss of
dreadnoughts
life.
don't sink. Come on. Let's get back to my boys.
So that could have been a very powerful alliance / a way to head off some unfortunate unpleasantness in Dragon Age 4. Not gonna happen. Iron Bull is too important to me, as is Krem and the rest. My main men. So I never actually got to do that mission last time. For whatever reason, I skipped through the main stuff too quickly. And if you don't make a choice there, I believe if you choose to let the Chargers die to save the Dreadnought, you get the political alliance, but Iron Bull is never quite the same, and when it comes down to the end game, he will always choose to leave you, which is just sad. So whether or not you make the choice, if you make the choice to save the Dreadnought, he leaves you, but if you also don't do that mission, if you don't specifically give him the opportunity to realize that his men and you are more important to him
Inquisitor,
than being Qunari, he'll leave. So, very much hoping we're on the right path now.
Any more Ben Hassrath reports from your Talvishoth ally?
You under orders to kill me, Gat?
No. The Ben Hassrath have already lost one good man. They'd rather not lose two.
So much for that.
If it helps at all, I believe, personally, from a subjective standpoint.
I'm proud of you, Bull.
Thanks, boss. You're late.
Sorry, Chief. Still sore from fighting off all those vents. Good to see you, Inquisitor.
Good to see you, Krem.
How did the Chargers come out of the fight?
Just fine. Thanks to you and the Chief, we had plenty of time to fall back. Chief's even breaking open a cask of chasing sackmead for the Chargers tonight.
Damn it, Krem. That's the kind of thing you don't have to mention to the Inquisitor.
Sorry, Chief.
And they're back to shielding each other. Good. That's how we started all this.
You're doing fine.
Oh, that warms my heart. I am so very glad that we were able to catch that one finally. Sorry to pester you so much, Iron Bull, but we finally got it.
Drills upon drills. Familiarity.
Okay. We got a bunch of Qunari stuff too, including what appeared to be the very last throne in the collection. Just out of curiosity, let's go check if we have that full list. And then I should be just about out of time for today. I should get along and do some editing. But thank you for bearing with me. That was my primary motivation there, was to get that Iron Bull mission done. I'm so glad we got through it. So, Skyhold customization. Let's just check the Thrones category. Ooh. Could have some muscular, bronzed Qunari gentlemen pointing spears at everyone I judge. Hard to pass up. Lovely. I think we did. We must have, like, already had them unlocked, but officially in this playthrough we just got them all again, so that's great. Seemingly nothing else. Seemingly nothing else to grab from the collectibles chest there either. Good. So I will get back up here and save it outside the war table to help us remember to get our rewards, so 15 hours from now, or whenever it is. I didn't know Dagna was such a fan of Letterkenny there, but yeah, that she definitely said. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Alright, saving it up here. We should be in a good position to go ahead and do our war table stuff and then go talk to Morrigan in the garden next time. So, thank you again for your patience, for bearing with me here. I will see you for more heartwarming adventures with Cole, Iron Bull, and all the rest next time. Creme, oh dear Creme, the creme de la creme. Thank you for bearing with me. And I will see you all soon back here in the glittery hallway. Bye for now.